Gentlemen, can you please rise as the procession comes into the hall? Thank you. Thank you so much. You may be seated. We have high-profile and distinguished guests here this morning, so just give us a few moments. We're waiting for him to come through. He's ready. I would ask you, in sign of respect, to please rise again one more time. Thank you. Umfolozi Tibet College is proud to welcome Chief Umfolozi to our 2022 winter graduation. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. You may be seated. To the parents, we appreciate you heeding to our call from coming from the gallery to the bottom. We really appreciate that. As you all know, a day like today must be recognized and acknowledged to the powers that be up there. And to do that this morning, I'd like to call upon the elegant Mrs. S.C.O. Shandu to do the opening prayer.
Thank you, Program Director, the College Principal, the College Council, Inkosi Umkhwanazi, all the College Executive Management, our distinguished guests, the parents, as well as the students and everyone in this place. Good morning, all. I greet you in the name of Jesus. Amen. There is a verse in 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 13. I'm only going to take the first part of it, which says, devote yourself to study. I understand that today we are here just because of that verse. You did exactly what Apostle Paul said when he said, devote yourself to study. This is the end result of what exactly you did. You just regret everything that you are supposed to do, but you just devoted yourself to study. This is the reason why we are all here today. And this is the reason why all the parents are so proud of you today. And remember, this is just the first milestone in your life. This is not the end, but this is just the beginning. You have to continue. The Zulus, it says, ufunda uze ufe. You have to study until you die. I believe that all these guests here, everyone in this house, they are still studying. So you just also have to do the same thing. To the parents, we are so proud of you. Siyabonga kakhulu. Namhlanje we are here ngenxa yenu. Nizidelile nathatha konke beninakho ukuze abantwana benu bafinyelele kuleli zinga bafinyelele kulona namhlanje. Siyabonga kakhulu, nibahle kakhulu. Sinifisela konke okuhle nompumelelo empilweni. Ngicela sivala amehlo sikhuleke. Baba egameni lika Jesu, sikule ndawo namhlanje. Siyabonga kakhulu baba wethu ongcwele. Wena unguNkulunkulu ophakemeyo, unguNkulunkulu onamandla. Sibonga baba umusa wakho, sibonga baba wethu ongcwele amandla akho. Thatha indawo yakho moya ingcwele saqhubeka nalolu hlelo. Sikhulekela baba isibusiso sakho phezukwa wonke umuntu okhona kule ndawo. Sikhulekela moya ingcwele even your protection ezintweni zonke. Udumo lonke baba lungu lwakho lifanele wena. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Shandu. Again, I must welcome you all to the Umfolozi Tibet College Winter Graduation 2022. As compared to previous years, especially last year, it was a different sight from where we were standing up here because everyone had to wear masks. And I must say, it's such a relief to see all of you all now. Because when you were smiling, we couldn't see you guys. So, need to be happy. I'm sure parents are proud as well. There's also, I mentioned this earlier and I'm going to say it again. We generally have a lot of graduates and the day is a very long day and we've got distinguished guests, high profile people that need to go back to their workstations. So we want to run through this as quickly as possible because this is your day. We want you to be formally graduated today and enjoy the rest of the day for what's left, to take photographs, to be proud of the day. And as I said, you've got your after party to go to. So we're going to go straight into the program. So up first, it gives me great pleasure to call upon our council chair, Mr. S.S. Zondi, to address you. Mr. Zondi.
A very good morning to everybody. Sibonge Inkosi Umkhwanazi, Shamas Nkwali Nkosi Ndonga. Thank you so much, Siyabonga Nondlunkulu, for joining us on this very important morning. And a very good morning to Abazali Abakona and guests. And very importantly, a very good morning to the students that are gathered here this morning. Today is your day. And we are gathered here to really celebrate you and congratulate you. Mine is not to give speeches. I know you are used to me coming before you and giving lengthy speeches, but today I'm not giving a speech. I think our program director has indicated that usuku lwanamhlanje is going to go as speedily as possible so that we can then get back to our workstations. Siqhubeke sisebenze ngoba namhlanje is still a working day. So without any further ado, igama uSanele, Mr. Sanele Zondi, the chairperson of Umfolozi Tvet College, and I've been the chairperson for close to 4 years now. Mine, the accounting officer, Ubaba Ubonagele Jacobs, requested me to do what is procedural and say by the powers vested in me as the council chairperson of Umfolozi Tvet College, I hereby declare this graduation ceremony officially open. Good luck to all graduates and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Nice, short and sweet. We're just going to have a bit of entertainment for you, just to break the ice, to take away that nervousness that you're feeling. So we're going to call upon the ever so melodious college choir who does it for us every year. Listen to these guys. Umfolozi Tvet College Choir. All right, let me again apologize for the little technical hitch that we had. But if the mic was working, I was going to say, wow, what do you think of the college choir? Another hand for them. And I say this every year to our college council, our DD, academics, perhaps not our principal and CEO because he's relatively new. We need to introduce speech and drama and music faculty as a program offering in Umfolozi Tvet College. Without that faculty, we can produce something like this. That's amazing. Right. It gives me great pleasure to call upon the president of the SRC. Could you please come to the stage, sir, Mr. S. Ntembu, to deliver your message.
Thank you very much, Program Director. You know, could thing of yours. You know, I was told that colleagues. I was told that we are no longer going to SRC elections, so I'm not here to campaign. So I'm giving just 1 minute. To give just a message of support and congratulate you, good people. By the way, good people, firstly, I will start to greet the college council that is led by Ubabu Zondi, Unondaba eduze kwami. The college senior management that is led by Ubaba Jacobs, Batu Principal Pay, angazi ukuthi kusuka. The college choir that is led by Ubabu Shazi lapha phezulu, music abasiculela kamnandi. Then the campus management yaseSikhaweni elida ubaba uNdabezitha la esikhona khona namuhla. And also osingabo, good people, ama graduates ethu anamuhla. The reason being why we are here today ngiyanibingelela bafowethu. Akukuncinyane ke bafowethu ukuthi namuhla you've managed to make it this far, because ngiyazi ukuthi iningi ingqinamba ekhona, but you've managed ukuthi niphothule nize nifike la nikhona. Ukube kuya ngami colleagues benizoyishala nje ihlombe elikhulu edlula yonke into. By the way, colleagues, igama nguSiyabonga ngwakamthembu. Lawo okuzalwa khona ubaba Mandela shuthi sisuke ebukhosini. Umvelase bathi umnisi wemvula ke bafowethu. Ngoba ilanga libalele linjena nje mangathi imvula ingavelini. Bathi ke abafundi bala ecollege angibe umongameli we college yonke. So bathi upresident ke weMfolozi Tvet College. Colleagues, I won't be long, as I was told that I must be short and simple. Firstly, colleagues, I would like to congratulate you all graduates that are present today, that you've managed to make it this far. As I have said earlier, that it is not an easy journey, but it requires patience and commitment. The reason being we chose Umfolozi Tvet College is that we had a hope that finishing our studies, life will be much easier. Our families are counting on us, and also have a hope that one day we will change the situation back at home. I personally understand that we are coming from different backgrounds. And our communities are not the same. So the pressure we are getting in our environment is way too big. Because abanye bafungile ukuthi soke sibone ukuthi bazoba yini empilweni. But I know one thing, that this is the time we are facing the real world, and I know that some of you are already employed somewhere else, of which is a good process, colleagues, and gives us a college, a credit, but hopefully God will be with you and make you conquer all. There are two things, good people, that I will talk about as we are here today, as we are going to a real world outside and see what is happening there. The first thing that I want the college to help us with is the tracing of our graduate. You know, it is very important as a college that to know where are these graduates are going. College must be able to trace their students, if they are working or not, because automatically, if you are a graduate of Umfolozi Tvet College, then therefore, whenever you are going, you are portraying the image of the college. The college must be able to trace their students and place them wherever they can. Secondary to that is the good relations with the nearest industries. Our graduates as a college must not have a problem of unemployment. Yet we are having many industries in our surrounding. As a college, we are having industries like RPM, RPA, RPCT, Transnet, Mondi, Fosco, South 32, and so forth in Richards Bay. And also in Mandeni, we are having other industries, many industries. So such industries must be our friend and make sure that each and every year they absorb our graduate or student, but all that will depend how the college seriousness is. So I think iloko engakuphathisa icollege mina, so that singabi nama graduates ahamba entante emgaqweni engazafunani. The college must make sure that bayatrace ama students with and place them wherever they can. Lastly, good people, ngizothanda nje ukubonga abazali iqhaza abadlalile, because angumele sigcina sibonge nina as graduates, but indaba iqala ekhaya. Okokuqala, abazali bathembele kakhulu ekuthini. Ziningi izinto ezikhona. There are taverns, yabona esikhaweni khona ama taverns, khona ama club, there is everything ongayicabanga, but abazali bathembele ekuthini. You know, thina esikhulele emakhaya, abazali bazi ukuthi umuntu uhamba edolobheni uyoganga. Bethi bayahamba ke baye edolobheni, basukile kithi sebeyoganga. But sibonga abazali ukuthi bathembele kithi, and namuhla siyakuvuna lokho ade sikutshalile, and abazali bethu they are very happy. Siyacela abazali bethu ukuthi ningalilahle ithemba. Ngisho akuthiwa kanjani, and futhi ningabaniki ipressure abantwana ukuthi angathi wena buyofunda usugogodile, usuhlele ekhaya fanele uyothola umsebenzi. Sicela ukuthi siqhubeke siba support abantwana bethu, sibone ukuthi batholaphi. Ngisho kuthiwa kancane kangakanani lokho abakutholayo, but cela siba support ukuze impilo izoqhubeka. Nginamagama ke la amancane, sengiqeda nje. Ngiyabona principal usengibuka ke linyiso la, uthe unginika 1 minute. Nginamagama amancane ama quote from Malcolm X. Ithi quote, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it. Ngiyathemba ke kakhulu ukuthi njengoba sila namuhla, we've prepared for our future. Sesilindele noma yini bafowethu. Lastly, ngizofisa nje ukufisela our college choir. I've heard ukuthi they are heading to Eastern Cape to ama national competition. So ngiyawafisela nje ukuthi ngathi ngahamba kahle endleleni uNkulunkulu abagcine engozini. Then befike lokho abayokwenza phambili futhi bekwenze kahle bephumelele. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tembo, for those inspiring words and sharing your vision with us this morning. As I mentioned earlier,
Mandla awethu ngiyabona phela angixolise la good people ukuthi angazanga but ngicela ukuxolisa kakhulu ngicela nje ukubingelela futhi inkosi ubaba uMkhwanazi kube kuya ngami kube ngiguqikile ngiyaxolisa kakhulu baba ngisuke ngangazi ukuthi you'll be present today but angibingelele kakhulu baba siyabonga.
thank you. Baba Mkonas, please, if you can understand, sometimes the SRC in meetings and all, they can say a lot, but when it comes to public address, then they start to shake. People have different expertise in different areas. As I said, Mr. Tembo, thank you so much for sharing your vision this morning. It's much appreciated. We are so lucky to be graced by a few distinguished guests this morning. And we have one guest now who will deliver the keynote address. But to formally introduce her, I'm going to call our Deputy Principal Corporate Service, Mr. Tami Umalu, to do the formal introduction.
Inkosi Umkhwanazi sibingelele baba Ndonga. Thank you very much, Program Director. Mine will be very short. It's to introduce the guest speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very great pleasure to me to introduce the guest speaker who will be talking to our students in terms of the future, in terms of how they align themselves to employment or self-employment. And I think her subject will be very accurate to what is supposed to be done by the students. Our speaker is a very highly skilled, dynamic person, a business leader, a person who participated in the board and governance structures over a period of 20 years. And also, the speaker is a qualified chartered accountant holding a master's degree obtained from the University of Witwatersrand in 2019. After completing her BCom honors in the University of Natal, which is now known as UKZN, she went on to do her articles at Investec Bank. In her career, our speaker has extensively participated in the establishment and growth of small and big businesses. She also worked as a division executive for venture capital and corporate finance at the National Empowerment Fund, where she was responsible for developing strategy for both divisions. And within those divisions, there was Umnoto Fund, there was Strategic Projects Funds, and also Women Empowerment Fund. Having served in various boards of different state-owned enterprises like air traffic and navigation services, South African Express Airways, Tibet Trade Port, and Road and Traffic Investment Agency, and other private entities. Our speaker has proven business strategy skills with unique ability to work with all stakeholders. Our speaker is currently employed as the General Manager for Corporate Finance for the Transnet Group, where she is responsible for executing strategies to optimally finance Transnet infrastructure projects. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Mrs. Hlengiwe Makatini. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you can hear me. Yeah. Thank you, Program Director. Firstly, ngicela ukubingelela Inkosi uMkhwanazi noNdlunkulu wakhe who have graced us this morning. Shamas. The College Council Chairperson, Mr. S.S. Zondi, and all the council members here present. The College Principal and CEO, Mr. B.M. Jacobs, and his executive team. Distinguished guests, parents and students, ladies and gentlemen, and just to cover myself, I'll say all protocol observed. Thank you so much for inviting us to this beautiful ceremony to celebrate the hard work and achievements of our children. I'm honored and deeply humbled to have been asked to be the keynote speaker today. It would be no exaggeration to say that we have witnessed profound changes over the last 2 years or so. Changes we would have scarcely imagined a short while ago. For many of us, our world has been one of upheaval. We have been left confused and sometimes shattered because of bereavements, breadwinners losing their jobs, and the constant grinding struggle to find work. In KZN, we have experienced our own particular set of awful disasters, from the civil unrest of last year to major floods that we experienced a few months ago. All these calamities have seriously impacted on infrastructure in our province, on businesses, and perhaps most importantly, on our will to forge ahead and envision our futures optimistically. Especially to you who are young people who have seen your education and at times job prospects being disrupted. Just when we thought we were emerging from the dark shadow of COVID, our world was plunged into uncertainty by a war in a faraway country, which has led to spiraling inflation, to steep hikes in foods. I mean, everyone knows what cooking oil is becoming a luxury now, and have impacted on all of us here today. There is an old theory on chaos that when a butterfly flaps its wings in the Amazon, you get cold weather in China. Never has this been truer. I ask you though to take heart. I'm here to tell you that though the road ahead may be rocky, the opportunities for our young people have never been more within your grasp. In the words of that great and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, and I quote, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it." Close quote. This ceremony this morning is testament to all of us of your sheer will and commitment to achieve your goals. You obtained your qualifications in unprecedented times. Today we're here to celebrate your hard work in achieving the results to become the future employers and employees, and I want to underline employers. We must not always look for jobs, we must also look to create jobs. We are here to celebrate the sacrifices your families made in providing resources to support you in the hope of a better future for you. We are here to celebrate the dedication and commitment of your lecturers and educators who have shared knowledge and skills that will hopefully set you apart in the world. As you sit here today, you might be asking yourself, where to from here? You might be asking yourself if your qualification will assist you to make a difference in your own life, in the life of your family, your community, and of course, in contributing to South Africa as a country. The answer is a definite yes. The fastest growing industries in South Africa include finance and banking sector, mining sector, transport and logistics, communications and information technology services, fashion and beauty. I was laughing this morning. I saw some beauticians busy preparing some of the graduates for this event. It is definitely a growing industry. However, the biggest opportunities remain in technology and digital services. Never before in human history have we been so empowered by what we have in the palm of our hands. They say that the mobile has more computing power than all technology that enabled men to go to the moon. You are witnesses of the power of technology, which helped all of us to soldier on during lockdowns. There are many examples of advancements through technology. I grew up way before you guys were born, in the 80s and 90s, and I sometimes wonder how we survived without all the technology that surrounds us, like cell phones and internet. I mean, think of it, today you hardly need to go to a bank. You can do all your banking on your phone. You don't have to wait and call taxis. You can just, through e-hailing, get a taxi to come and pick you and take you to wherever you want. So technology has the ability to bring revolution to traditional industries. Our world has been profoundly changed by technology. Rapid advances in robotics, artificial intelligence, 3D printing and computing are fundamentally changing the way we both work and live. Before the pandemic, we had never dreamed of working from home and being able to achieve more than we were able to achieve when we went to the offices. The digital revolution allows us to be more efficient, to take care of our environment, because we have learned that we don't always have to be physically together to achieve our objectives. Disruptive innovation has become a new buzzword, and with good reason. The improved connectivity puts into question the role of traditional businesses like real estate and opens up new markets. So you can now, be able to sell your products whilst based in eSekhawini, in Johannesburg. You don't need to go around setting up offices and retail shops everywhere. That is the power of technology. So traditional industries like airlines, real estate and so forth have to rethink and reposition themselves. And you, the young people, are the ones who will drive that repositioning as you join these industries. In such a rapidly evolving employment landscape, the ability to anticipate and prepare for future skills requirements is increasingly critical for businesses, governments, and individuals in order to fully seize the opportunities presented by these trends and to mitigate unemployment. The diplomas you are receiving today are keys to open doors, but they are not the end. Umama Bevula earlier on did say that ufunda uze ufe. So you do not stop learning, you do not stop advancing yourself. The doors that you have keys to do not automatically open. You have to knock. As a person who has worked in management positions for over 15 years, I will share some of the qualities that used to attract me to people when I was deciding whether to employ or not. And I just thought, because I'm talking to young people, I must be as practical as possible. You must have great CVs. This is what will represent you in your absence. Get someone that you trust to review it for you. And I hope as you guys were studying, you were getting opportunities or allowing yourselves to get opportunities to just be exposed to the world of work, and not necessarily for payment, but just to get experience, because that's one thing that at times we shortchange ourselves. We want to be paid for everything. At times, just do something for free for the experience that you'll get from it. The second thing that makes you attractive when you are being considered for a job is preparedness. Never attend an interview and engagement with a potential employer without knowing who you are engaging or what you are engaging about. Do your research about the employer and about the opportunities. If you are prepared, you'll be calm and you'll be confident. Once you have been given the opportunity, when you start working, you must be a person who's willing to stretch themselves and be disciplined. If you always want to do the bare minimum, what your job description says, the people who are in charge of your delivery will never realize that you are ready for the next level. As a trainee, as a graduate employee, if you always want to do the bare minimum, what your job description says, the people who are in charge of your delivery will never realize that you are ready for the next level. As a trainee, as a graduate employee or as an intern, show interest and willingness to do more. Way back in my career, there was a young lady who approached me when my PA was away. She said, I know your PA is away. I work for someone else, but I would also like to help you during this week when she's away. I was like, oh my goodness, this young girl is so proactive and she's not scared of doing additional work. And 6 months later, there was a much bigger opportunity to work for the CEO of the company, and we all think, she was asking us, guys, who can I get? And I was like, no, there's a young girl. Today, she's one of the senior leaders here in KZN. She eventually left the company because she opened herself up to do more. So as you go out there in the world, always stretch yourself. Respect. You must understand boundaries. I also have, I think, children your age, and sometimes because of technology, because of exposure, there's just that difficulty for young people to understand what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. In the world where you are interacting with people and not just your family, and people really will make you realize they don't owe you anything, you have to have respect. And I do not mean be timid. And sometimes as black people, we confuse respect with being timid. Do not be timid. Be, confident about what you know, but just always understand the boundaries of how, when, and how. Be innovative. Think out of the box. You always have something to contribute. Life is a continuous learning process. Do not deny the people around you of the opportunities to learn from you. I don't know. I don't know if you guys know what is called Please Call Me. It's from a long time ago. But Please Call Me was an innovation from someone who was a finance person at Vodacom. They had nothing to do with technology, with the product development, but they took themselves out of their comfort zone. And lots of, they're still fighting to get their fair share of the money. But the reality is that the industry was revolutionized because they did not confine themselves to what they had learned at school. Some of you here are destined to be employers. You'll be job creators of our economy. And I just want to quickly share the importance of entrepreneurship and small, businesses in the economy. In a latest study done by McKinsey, in South Africa, SMEs, so those are small, medium enterprises, they represent more than 98% of businesses registered in South Africa, and they employ more than 50 to 60% of people across all the sectors. They are responsible for a quarter of job growth in the private sector. So while as South Africa, we are not where the rest of the world is with small businesses, they are a real player. And as you sit here, you are the future of job creation, given the qualifications you are getting today. And with the qualifications you have, you guys can pursue businesses like consulting services, where you help people with the skills you've learned, IT, security, catering, recycling businesses, and so forth. And there are a number of entities out there like the National Youth Development Agency, the Small Enterprise Finance Agency, and the Small Enterprise Development Agency who can assist you in getting ready to run your businesses. In 2019, my current employer, Transnet, launched the Mbangeni Enterprise Development Mega Hub for small businesses and entrepreneurs not very far from here. The Business Mega Hub, the first of its kind in our area, provides assistance to small businesses, entrepreneurs, and startups to be incubated into real business environment. To get the small business ready, Transnet has formed partnership with the entities I mentioned earlier on, but also with the South African Revenue Services. And they provide accredited training programs, registrations, and capacity building to new and existing businesses. The business center is designed to function as a multi-purpose. It is managed by Transnet, whilst our strategic partners provide human capital resources, financial and non-financial support. It also has a working center with information from all our partners I mentioned as well. So I encourage those who have that entrepreneurial, persuasion to visit and see how Transnet can assist you. There is a lot of help out there. You need to identify and create solutions. If you want to be an entrepreneur, some of the things I would like to share with you is that what will make your business and what will set you apart is honesty. There are no shortcuts in life. Anything that looks too good to be true is likely to bring you trouble in the future. You must be innovative. What are the basic things that people need, and how can you help them to do them easier? Of course, hard work and discipline. If you are lazy, you are unlikely to achieve the things you want to achieve. So if you're going to leave the destiny of your business, or whether small or big, in other people's hands, you will lose it. You must have courage to never give up. Sometimes people give up before they even try. They get 100 reasons why it can't happen. Do not do that if you want to be in business. There's a motto that I've lived by for a very long time. You must always ask yourself, if I take this decision, what is the worst that can happen? If the worst doesn't lead to death, that is of your death or anyone else's death, please go ahead and do it. And lastly, remember that when you're running those businesses, your finance colleagues will tell you that revenue is not profit. Reinvest in your business and it will work for you. So as graduates of business studies and engineering, you are perhaps ideally suited to take advantage of these opportunities. Your skills are actually a match made in heaven. So don't just go and try to do it alone. Identify people who are like-minded, you can work with. Imagine what you can achieve if you join together. As skills business practitioners, you'll, with your engineering colleagues, to strike and take advantages of those opportunities. I don't need to tell you that our country has one of the highest unemployment rates in the world. Our young people are coming out of educational institutions are simply unable to find jobs. Some of you will find yourselves in similar situations. Do not lose hope. The onus lies squarely on you to future-proof yourselves, which means anticipating future and developing methods to minimize negative effects of this on your life. This means taking long, hard, and honest look at your choices and determining whether the path you are choosing is in tandem with the demands of the 21st century. The information is out there. Most of you literally have access at the tips of your fingers. Use it. Ladies and gentlemen, my own story is perhaps no different from many of yours. I was born in a small village of Mfanefile in a small town called Melmoth, Konalapa KwaZulu. I grew up in this very township, just across the river here, Dapawa H. I went to Tagasani LP back then, I don't know whether it's still called that, Tambolini HP, and I matriculated at Tyson Technical High School and subsequently went to study at the University of Natal, now called UKZN. Through faith, hard work, respect, and discipline, I was blessed to forge a career that brought me here this morning to address you all. I am a testimony that where you are born and where you come from does not determine where you will end up. It is the power of choice. Choice of friends, choice of influences, and choice of priorities. If I can do it, so can all of you. I would like to end by quoting another son of this beautiful province, a young boy from Inanda who used his education so wisely and skillfully to show the world that Africa and its people can rise to be great. At 17 years of age, Pixlika Isaka Seme left to study in the US, first at the Mount Hermon School and then Columbia University. In 1906, in his senior year at Columbia University, he was awarded the Curtis Medal, Columbia's highest honor for speaking. In his speech, he said, and I quote, "The brighter day is rising upon Africa. Already I seem to see her chains dissolved, her desert plains red with harvest, her Zululand the seat of science and religion, reflecting the glory of the rising sun from the spires of their churches and university. Her Gambia whitened with commerce, her crowded cities sending forth the hum of business, and all her sons and daughters employed in advancing the victories of peace." End quote. His words ring true today just as much as they did over 100 years ago. All of you here today have a role to play in ensuring that we have a brighter future for Africa, that we make our cities rise to be the gleaming centers of business and commerce. Let's do it together. Thank you.
Wow, those were inspiring words. Thank you, ma'am, Makatini. We really appreciate that. I say this on behalf of all the graduates. I think you shouldn't come to work you go to work on Monday, because Monday morning, Transnet, here we come. All of us. I'm only joking. It's cool. Good people, you know, they always say do not underestimate your student, especially lecturers. You'll never be able to know their capabilities and intelligence. Back in the day when I was a lecturer on the NCB side for the Mandeni campus, I had a student by the name of Sanere Mbata. This was a naughty boy. Never listened, never used to study, always out of the class and things like that. And after many attempts trying to tell him to get your act together, he didn't bother. So I said, Sanere, come the beginning of next year when the results come out, it's going to be my day. And as I said it, the following year when the results come, out of the 7th subject, he failed 6 and passed 1. So it was my day. So I called him in, because I know on the report card you got to take it home and get your parents to sign it. So I gave him the card and I said, I want you to sign this card and I want your father to do it. And the next day he came and I'm looking at him all over to see if there's any marks, you know, from his father, giving him a few. And there he was happy. He reckoned, there you are, Mr. Perumal, there's my report card, signed by my father. And I said, I need to know how this happened. I said, Sanele, please take a seat and explain to me, how did you manage to get your father to sign this card and still be able to come to work with to the college with no problems? He said, sir, my father, he's always telling us, I know everything. When we have supper, you children must learn from me. I can do anything under the sun. And as he said that, I said, Papa, would you be able to sign your name perfectly with your eyes closed in the dark? So here we are. Never underestimate your students. We've come, the time has come. The time has come where we are ready to honor you. So I'm going to ask the choir to render another item to entertain you. And while we're doing that, I'm going to call in the ushers to get you ready. And I would need the ushers to come on stage to help us get ready on stage as well to get our 3 stations in order. To the choir. Thank you once again, College Choir. Absolutely melodious and in sync. There's been some slight changes, good people, if you could just, if I can have your attention. As I mentioned early on, before we could start. So graduates, you would come up and we've got a special stand where you will then kneel to be had by the College Council. You go to the next station at the box by Mrs. Tvet where you'll be sashed, and then Mr. Ngumalo will then hand over you over a scroll, which will then hand back to him and actually collect your actual scroll at the bottom by the table. Also, I mentioned you'd go out of the hall and come back. Now you will not be leaving the hall. Along the end where the sound engineer is, that is where you'll go back and come to your seats. Also, I want to make mention to parents, and I really don't blame you. It's the day that you are proud and you get excited and you run to the front. If you look at the line where the cameramen are, if you could not pass that line, we'll appreciate it, because if you do that, you might be in the way of photographs being taken and the video. We'll really appreciate that from you. Right, so we go with the first part, and our graduates are ready. sash in the left hand. You'll hand over your tag to the relevant people that's going to be at the podium calling your names. So for the categories of business management, educare, farming management, financial management, hospitality and catering services, I'm going to call upon Campus Manager, Bambalana Campus, Mr. Beki Mbata.
Thank you, Program Director, Mr. Perman. Ngokukhulu ukuhlonipha nangentobeko ngicela ukubingelela inkosi yakwamkhonazi Shamas noNdlunkulu. And also extend my warm greetings to parents, our graduates, academic staff, the college academic staff, and let me safely say all protocol observed. College principal, chairperson of the council, I'm here to present the names of the graduates who have successfully completed their diplomas in the program as they are appearing on the list. Masinga Nomfundo Andile. Ndwandwe Nothando Stabile. Ndwandwe Slindokuhle Sandisele. Nene Petunia Tolintlantla. Nenga Tabang Asanda. Vumase Smangele Ntombenhle. Zungu Vumani. College principal, I'm now presenting Educare. Ngiti Pinky Pilisiwe. Mpunza Naphumelele Kindness. Chairperson of Council, I'm now presenting Farming Management. Mbona Kusaselihle Stembile. Ndlovu Mtobi Allen. Nene Hlobile. Zondi Tubelihle. Chairperson of Council, I'm now presenting Financial Management. Buthelezi Bongumenzi Mfana Mfana. Kumete Zolabangani Makosemvelo. Shongwa Namisile Standile. Shongwa Nkululeko Francis Michael. Manzin Makosonke Obet. Ngema Pagamile Pretty. Ngubane Noctula Studla. Nteta Nontle Noctula Lydia. Ntshangase Ziphezinhle Ntando yethu. Nzuza Nkanyiso Mandlenkosi. Tus Zanele Zinhle. Zul Nkosinoxolo Evidence. Chairperson of Council, I'm now presenting hospitality and catering services. Financial, the last one. Smilane Mzwandile Mthokozisi. Cebekul Ayanda. Fagute Nonhlanhla Octavia. Mabita Kona Nicholas. Memela Sanele Kanele. Mkhumbuzi Nokubonga Nondumiso Siphesihle. Mthembu Khululiwe Thandeka. Zulu Nombuso.
Thank you, sir. Take this. Take it with you. Thank you, Mr. Bata. for the categories of human resource management, management assistant, medical secretary, legal secretary, and public management, I call upon Mandeni campus manager, Ms. Kwamu Mazibuku.
I am good, yes, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to greet you all. Ukubingelela kwami okunokusithoba kuya kuNkosi ubaba uMkhwanazi ngokusivumela sibe lapha endaweni yakhe noNdlunkulu. Siyabonga kakhulu. Again, I'd like to greet the College Council in the leadership of Mr. Zungu, our senior management in the leadership of Mr. Jacob, the campus management at large, our academic staff and support staff. I know they are watching online, and our graduates and our parents, all protocols observed. I normally say in our country, or I support the author who said, we are the ones that we have been waiting for. So all the challenges that we have, we are the ones with the solution to those problems. Ladies and gentlemen, let me allow my task as I'm here. I'll call upon human resource management. Kwabe Fihlakalo Sweetness. Okay. Kumbi Zamoguhle Angel. Okay, thank you. Chairperson Tambizai. Mtaga Tandeka. Mkabela Cebisile Messi. Matigizela Unathi. Maduna Nelisiwe Bongekile. Mthembu Nobuhle. Mthethwa Thandazile Lindiwe. Mzimela Sibonelo Siphamandla. Thank you. Thank you. Now we have, thank you. Ntoli Pindile Pearl. Nyawo Nothando. Sithole Ayanda Marcia. . Siyaya Precious Zanele. Zungu Nqubeko Masonto. Okay, thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call upon the program management assistant. Malu Tembekile Goodness. Mbatha Samukelisiwe Sebenzile Gloria. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's medical secretary. Ndebele Misokuhle Cornelia. Zwane Nosipho Ntombenhle. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Now on legal secretary. Twenza Nondumiso Minenhle. Hlongwa Tembeka. Manqele Spesihle Julie. Mkhize Velile Mandy. Mqadi Happy. Sibiya Bongiwe.
Thank you, ma'am. We go to the next.
I'm done.
You did very well. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Ms. Mazibuku. Now we go to a standalone category. This is public management because we have 107 recipients. And to do the honors, I'd like Mr. Kaya Zulu, the campus manager for Isikawini campus, to come forward.
Nina benkomo ekhala emthonjaneni izwe zonke ezokuzwela ukulila. Izwe uma ngcengezwa wakhale asiyodunjwa seluyengweni. Shamase Nkosi yesizwe noNdlunkulu siyanibingelela, all protocol observed. Was Chairperson, I present to you public management graduates. Behengu Sebenzile. To the right. Biela Bapamandla Mzonjani. Biela Nontobeko Nondumiso. Biela Samuelisiwe Pretty Andile. Buthelezi Pegani Goodman. Cele Nozipho Primrose. Oh. Dlamini Nondumiso Hazel. Dlamini Pretonella Sinegugu. Dludla khaya elihle. Fakude Sanele. Sufuna ukuphindela emuva. Gina Sibongile. Kumede nombuso Ntongolozi. Jela Khanyisile Precious. Khanyile Fanelo Kululeko. Kubisa Thandeka Noxolo. Khumalo Khumbuzile Priscilla. Kunene Zodumo Fihliwe. Kunene Vulindlela Lwazi. Kiwe phambili kunene, kiwe phambili. Umuzogiya na ugiye uye phambili kodwa ungahlehli. Lamula siyathokoza Vukani. Mazibuko Nhlakanipho Alex. Magwaza Sakhile Celukwanda. Thank you, siyabonga. Siyabonga. Sigiye nje siqala isikhathi sokuthi sigiyela lo, sidedele nalo. Majola noNtobeko silindile. Phindele emva. Phindele emva. Makhathini Ntokozo Pleasure Storo. Manzini Sipesihle. Mantengu Senzo Prince. Mavuso Seluleko Llewellyn. Thank you. Mazibuko Sibahle Petronella. Mbambo Ketiwe Princess Suresia. Mbambo Gcinekile Zinzile. Mdletshe Nonjabulo Ready. Mhlongo Ngcebo. Mkhize Nhlanhla. Mkhwanazi Sibusiso. Mkhwanazi Zinhle Colin. Cha sibonga abakhwanazi sebeyaqhamuka. Indaba ezitha. Mngcwango Sibekezelo. Mnguni Khanyisani Anele. Mtungwa Nompilo Prudence. Okay, let's hold it a minute. Msweli Pumlani Robert. Msweli Bongiwe Princess. Mtalane Truman Sibonelo Wiseman. Buya school. Kodwa lapha baba. Mthembu Lindokuhle Melus. Mthembu Bongeka Lungile. Mthembu Zenani Fikile. Mtshali Siphamehlo. Kodwa amehla akasebenzi. Mnyeni Nqobile Zamagugu Patience. Nganana Ayanda Vumile. Ndlanzi Nkosinathi Wonderboy. Ndlovu Ntombikayise Immaculate. Ndwandwe Thembinkosi Sihle. Ngcobo Nongcebo Lungelwa. Ndunakazi Khululiwe. Ngema Ziningi. Wait. Ngobo Siphamandla Nhlakanipho. Ngobese Sakhile Nkosikhona. Ngongo Good Girl Velile. Ngubane Nomkhosi Sithabile. Mana khona. Ohamba. What's that? Ngubane Sibongiseni Mthokozisi. Ntsele Zamalinda Goodness. Nonkonzo Ntombela. Nonkonzo Ntombela. Njogo Lindelani Linda Jr. Kabinde Ntokozo Hopewell. Nyandeni Nokwethemba. Nzama Thobeka Londeka. Phanyeka Moses Ntokozo. Phoseka Siphelele Nonhlanhla. Kwabe Nokukhanya Buhle. Attention please everybody. Attention please everybody. Rutas Sandile. Sangweni Leti. Sithole Minenhle. Sibiya Pheki Londiwe. Sibiya Thobeka. Sikhakhane Mbali Nombuso. Siyaya Nkanyiso Nduduzo. Tembe Mbali Buhle. Tembe Nompumelelo Khululiwe. Tembe Thobile Nomzamo. Sithole Ntethelelo Banomzane. Thabethe Bonisiwe. Thabethe Xolani. Timba Thobile Hlengiwe. Xulu Silindile Simphiwe. Zikalala Phindile Flora. Zondi Nompumelelo Princess. Zungu Nicholas Busiso. Zungu Siyabonga Nhlakanipho Hopewell. Oh, okay. May I check if all PM candidates have been called up? PM, Kones Ngambizanga kwa PM?
Thank you, Mr. Zulu, for that. We've come to the last category in this sector, and that's the engineering sector. And for that, I'm going to call upon Acting Campus Manager Isitshebe and Sinumbili, Mr. M. Shamase.
Ngikhuleke enkosini yesizwe Mashukumbe noNdlunkulu. Principal and Chair, I will present to you the engineering. What's above? Biela Henry Siphelele. Kavenda Sivashu. Hlongwane Ndumiso Blessing. Mahlangu Bongani Patrick. Makoba Snenhlahla. Mate Pilile. Dlalose Malusi Talente. Mlaba Nilsiwe Joyful. Awesome. Ngomezulu Nompumelelo Nonkululeko. Mthembu Zenzele Xolisi. Mthembu Khumbulani Philip. Awesome. Mthethwa Vuyo Thokozisi. Awesome. Abachukje. Yashapu. Dlanzi Muzi. Dlovu Khethiwe Bongekile. Awesome. Ngubane Mbali Valentini. Ashempe. Myeni Siyathokoza Aubrey. Tokas. Ngubuka Thenjiwe Precious. Tomko. Tus Sibongile Hlengiwe. Tokas. Tus Thobekile Thandalisile. Ulu bonke kuhle sinethemba. Sibona. Ay chairperson sekuphelile.
Thank you, Council Chair. Thank you, Mrs. Detroit. Thank you, Mr. Ngumalo. Your attention, please. If you can settle down, thank you. We've come to a new category that we don't normally do, and that's our Top Achievers Award. Also known as the Principals Award. And we have a list of 10 names here. But before I start with that, I'll also like, after the message from our principal and CEO, I would also like our sponsors to come up on stage. That would be First National Bank, Future Managers, and the Student Hub. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to invite the one who gives us all directions in our college. He is our guiding light, and he's always encouraging us to put the students first, to give off the best. He takes on this mammoth task of running the college so effortlessly and smoothly. It is now my pleasure to introduce and bring to the podium the college principal and CEO, Mr. Bonakele Jacobs.
Put it down, put it down. I'm challenged vertically. Nkosi Umkhwanazi Nondlungulu siyabingelela. Chairman of the Council, Mr. Sanele Zondi, our Program Director, Mrs. Makatini. By the way, if I could sing, I will sing you a happy birthday. A happy belated birthday. It was her birthday yesterday. She graced our occasion today. She came all the way to Eskaweni to come and sleep with her mother because she loves her mother dearly. And that, Ms. Makatini, as I was sitting here and looking at our parents ululating, that's what gives us pride and gives us fulfillment. I always tell my colleagues that today we don't say anything. We just watch how families celebrate this day. And that should tell us we should do more. Thank you, Program Director. I didn't want to say much. I just want to say to the Diploma today, Chairman, we've got 265 today who passed through you, majority of them females. And that gives us encouragement. Mr. Perumal says we're doing this for the first time. We would like to encourage our young people to even study even further, to articulate into higher education. So as a result, we'll be issuing some bursaries to encourage them to go and study further, those that have done well. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the families and to the parents, congratulations, enjoy the day further. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jacobs, for that. We really appreciate it. We're going to go to award the following students in the following categories. I'm going to call them out. But as I said, we would also like our sponsors to join us. Representation from Future Managers, the Student Hub, and First National Bank. Okay, first up, I'm going to call, it gives me pleasure to call Business Management recipient, Tabang Asanda Nenga. He receives a tablet. Second recipient for Educare, Pinky Tulisive Ngidi. Also receives a tablet. Our third recipient for Human Resource Management, Nobushle Mtembu, also receiving a tablet. Top Achiever for Medical Secretary, Miso Kushle Cornelia Indibele. Our top achiever for financial management, Pakamile Priti Ngema. Now we have students that really excelled in the Top Achievement Award, and they'll be receiving a tablet and a check for 10,000 rands. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, Farming Management recipient, Toby Allen Glovu. Next up for Legal Secretary, Top Achiever, Nondomiso Menensle Gwenza. Next up, Top Achiever for Hospitality and Catering. Let's welcome Connor Nicholas Mabida. Next up, Top Achiever for Public Management, Baba Manzla Zonjani Biela. That's inspiration right there. And the last recipient for today, our top achiever, engineering studies, Malusi Talente Mgladlosi. Thank you. This new category came to our graduation ceremony initiated by our principal and CEO. Now, if what you just witnessed doesn't make you come to Umfolozi Tvet College to study, then I don't know what else will. Because we really will take care of you if you show us that you are interested and committed. We've come to the end of the program and there's a few acknowledgements. A day like today could never be successful due to the logistics and the many discussions involved in bringing the event to fruition. To give acknowledgement, I'm going to call upon Deputy Principal for Umfolozi Tvet College, Academic Services, Mrs. Elsie Dutoit. But before she does the vote of thanks, we'd also like her to present a gift to our guest speaker today.
Thank you. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. A special welcome again and a special acknowledgement of our, now you are diplomats, you have officially your certificates or your diplomas. Nkosi Mkwenazi, thank you for gracing us today with your presence. It's so much appreciated. We are a college for the community and we want to do programs that will answer in the need of the community. So your presence is very important to us. Thank you. To our different dignitaries that is here, first of all, the College Council that supported us this whole year and made sure that our students has a safe environment where they can study and where you can excel. So thank you for your presence here today as well, particularly under the leadership of Mr. Zondi. Our sponsors, future managers, FNB, Student Hub, this is a first for us, but we hope it will carry on in future, but thank you so much. We really love to see our students enjoying their achievements. And remember, enjoy that little bit of a cash incentive that you have there, not in just one day, okay? A few days. The college management, without the leadership and the support of the college management, there's somebody needed to make sure that we are doing things right. So to all the staff as well, thank you for the students that is sitting here today, or the diplomats. It is because of your support and your actions in the classroom that this is possible. I want to say also a thank you to our parents. I'm sure lots of you remember the first day that you took your child to school today. And now you are here. So enjoy this achievement with them. And thank you for all the sacrifices that you've done over the years. to make sure that they are there at the college, at the school, and I hope they will also look after you in the future. To our college choir, we've all heard your lovely voices today. I'm especially going with you to East London. Bring back that trophy. That is the most important one for you this weekend. We're all hoping that you will do well, keep safe, and make us proud. That's the first that I'm going with, but I will make sure I don't do room checks. To the planning committee, I really want to thank you all for you are running around here in this black tracksuits that we're all a little bit jealous about, but thank you for all your hard work, and this wonderful day is possible because of your wonderful support and your planning. I just want to end with a special message to the graduates or the diplomats. Now, Umfolozi's logo is Let Your Future Be Known. And people, I just want to stress this again. You are in charge of your future, and you write it. Let this be the beginning of that whole journey and that whole book that you will write, and one day when you sit there on the veranda and talking to your grandchildren, you can tell them, okay, this is what I did, and this is how it began. And let you be an inspiration to everybody around you. So good luck, and thank you to everybody for this wonderful day. The most important one I forgot. And this is our guest speaker. It was because it was there at the bottom. Thank you so much, Madame. The college is nothing without industry and the support that we get from industry. If our students don't have a place to go to, and your inspirational words of today gave us a roadmap again, and to the students where to go and how to approach this sometimes daunting journey for them. So thank you for your presence, and thank you for your inspirational words.
I think the day will not be complete if we don't show appreciation to our chief as well. Don't you think so? Yes. So, we'd like to call upon our chief, Nkosi Mkonazi, to please come up on stage. Not to say a few words, to receive a token of our appreciation from our council chair. We've got a gift for you as well. If you all can please rise. And we'd like his wife to join him as well. Donga Shamase. I'm learning.
Are we ready there by the door? Ndonga, Nkwali Nkosi Shamasi, Nondlunkulu, Sitasbonge. Thank you so much for gracing this very important occasion with your presence. Ndlunkulu Siyabonga. Thank you so much. I think Kono Okulmile la wati we take the community very seriously as this college, and we are a college which is found in this community, spread over 3 districts and a number of municipalities or Maspala and siyabonga ngokuthi ube khona namhlanje. So we've got colleagues, graduates and parents. We've got 2 sheep, which is a present that we are giving to Unkwalienkosi no Shamase no Ndlunkulu. Siyileta la Unkwalienkosi ukuze siyibone ibonakale njomane lapho ayibonakale nansi la. Yeah, nansi lana. So with this sengivala nje angithi ke with this Nkwalienkosi Shamasi Ndonga nawe Ndlunkulu siyabonga. Thank you very much, and this is a gift from us as Umfolozi Tvet College to Inkosi uShamasi nowakwakhe uNdlunkulu sithi siyabonga on behalf of everybody who is here in this hall and those that are not here in this hall today who are joining us online. Ngoba ke Nkosi sekukhona lezi zinto ze technology, abanye basilandela ko Facebook, abanye basilandela ko Twitter njalo njalo. So baningi abakhona la ngaphakathi kodwa bangekho physically, but they are joining us online. So on behalf of everybody, all council members that are present, seated and standing over there, the college management behind me, led by the accounting officer, Ubaba Bonakali Jacobs, who's the principal, and everybody, Sithi siyabonga. This is our gift to you, Nondlunkulu. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Cala shaya izandla nje. Shamase. Yes. Sibonga kakhulu. Sibonga kakhulu. Sibonga kakhulu. Nakho. Angazi ufuna ushaya amancane. Okay.
Ngiyocela nje ukuthi abomama mhlawumbe bahlale phansi bese ukuthi abesilisa baphakame. Ngiyocela ke ukuthi abesilisa bazolandela mina ngoba njoba sikhona nje singababusi bemhlaba singaphansi koholo lukabayede isilo. Kubalekile ukuthi sikhuleke esilweni noma singekho phakathi kwethu, kodwa ngoba nombhalo weBhayibheli uthi uJesu Kristu uthi obone mina umbonile noBaba ongithumleko, onguthi mawubone mina usibonele nesilo. Njengoba sila nizolandela mina ke. Wena wendlovu bayede. Siyabonga kakhulu, sibonge asiphezi lapha eMfolozi College. Siyathokoza nje sisizo sokumkhwanasi and siyafisa kakhulu ukuthi Babu Jacob sisebenzisane nesizwe, sinenhlaka eziningi kade nje sikade ikakhulukazi sisiza ulusha khona nje iTechno Hub esiyakha lapha kundawo kuthiwa kuseForest Inn. Uma ufisa nje ukuphumula udlule khona uyophumula kodwa phela uyoshiya uNtsumbulwana bathisa ngeke udlule nje. So ke sisi somkhona si very much passionate ngemfundo and siyayifisa kakhulu, and niqonde ke bakwethu ukuthi ngaphezulu kwalokho isizwe somkhona isona sodwa ezweni zonke nje ezikhona sine college, sine University of Zululand. Ungahamba uqethe ayisikho isizwe esine university sinemfundo ephakeme njengesizwe sakwamkhwanazi. So nathi siyisizwe siyathakasela kakhulu, sengathi nje kungaba khona lokho kubambisana nokusebenzisana siyazinikela njengesizwe ngihamba lapha no Sanele ukuba uye mhlawumbe ozothi axhumane ne-university ne college la ekutheni inhlaka ezenzakho ezweni sakomkhwanas kusetshenziswane kuze nezingane zethu sikwazi ukuthi sithuthuke. Siyanibongela kakhulu ke nani namhlanje na enithe nafumana iziqu bahambani ke niyosebenza ushilo lapha i-guest speaker yethu ukuthi asiyofuna umsebenzi, but we need to create our own jobs and our own businesses so that sizokwazi ukuthi sikhule ngoba uqashwa bakwethu akusatholakala lutho usukuba nenhlahla uqashiwe, but let us create our own thing sikhulise umnotho wesizwe sokethu. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Thank you.
I'll close. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay, sure. I'll close it. Nkwali yenkosi Ndonga Shamase nawe Ndlunkulu asiphinde sibonge siyabonga students, parents, council members, management behind me, our guest speaker Umama Makatini, the choir. We are closing now, and as we close I will request everybody to stand up as we sing the national anthem. So that is Vale Gahle with our national anthem. So if we may please rise to sing our national anthem. And as we sing our national anthem, I do want to say this which the Deputy Principal Academic Services and the Principal have already spoken to, alluded to. We've got a choir which is standing over there. They've been serenading us this morning with beautiful songs. They depart very shortly for the Eastern Cape, where they are going to be taking part in a national competition. Now, all of us who are associated with Umfolozi know very well that our choir wins all the time. We are known for winning. If we are not number one, we are number two. So I do want us, as we sing the national anthem, just to say a prayer, ngaphakathi, as we sing it, just to pray for their safe journey going to the Eastern Cape. We know ziningi izinto ezenzekayo emgwaqweni, so many things are happening, and we've been going through a lot as South Africa, as the world, as KwaZulu-Natal. So I do want us, Principal, with your permission and the permission of Council, to just request everybody, as we sing the national anthem proudly, ngaphakathi sibe shaya nje umthandazo as well. The two are not mutually exclusive, they can be done in tandem. Sithandazele ichoir. We can start the national anthem. Thank you very much.
Sigeleli Afrika, maluphakanyisa uphondo lwayo, izwa imithandazo Yesu Nkosi, sikelela thina lusapho lwayo, murenga buluka sishaba sa Yesu.
Thank you. I will request that you all remain standing. We would like the procession to go as follows. We'll appreciate for our chief to first exit the hall via the side. Then we'd like to ask council chairperson and our principal with senior management to follow up, and the rest of the management team from campus sites, and thereafter you all may exit the hall. DJ, if you can play some music for that. While the choir sings, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, well-wishers, thank you so much for sharing this wonderful day with us. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Take as many photos as you can. And if you're going home, go home safely, and God be with you. If there's any recipient today that did not get your diploma, you're most welcome to go to the side table on my left, because there are a few still left over. Parents, if you can hand off your meal vouchers at the door, the full hampers are at the door, towards the exit. All staff are requested to go to the dining hall. Umfolozi staff.